Hello my loves. Just doing a tiny bit of painting. Be with you in one moment. Okay, so this is a painting I've been working on for bloody ages. I don't actually like it, but I'm trying to do something with it. Right. What I want to do, these kind of ribbons here are a terrible colour. Hey Billy, how's it going? Yeah, I've been on for a while. I thought I'd pop on for a little bit. How you doing? I've been spreading myself thin recently, so I haven't been doing much channel stuff. Yes, I'm just going to make a simple glaze. I'm thinking of knocking this colour back to a kind of orange colour, so I'm going to make a very simple glaze. Going to be doing a spot of gaming later on, by the way. My sisters are coming. I don't know if we're going to stream it or just record it, I don't know yet. But we'll see. That's far too bright. But maybe it needs a kick up the ass. Let's do it. Not bad. Liking the painting, shadows look good. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's a painting that began with, it was just a random thing I did using a palette knife, and so I was largely stuck with what came out in the initial painting. The perspective's not quite right, and the colours are completely shagged. So it's one of those things where I want to destroy the canvas, but I can't quite bring myself to do it. I've spent hours on this, it's awful. I think it's awful personally. Incidentally, the last live painting I did, I destroyed that canvas. I took it outside and kicked it to death. I just hated it. It just went completely wrong. So yeah, not having much luck at the moment. But I've done a few other paintings I'm quite pleased with. But I'm going to make a video on Thursday and show all the paintings I've done over the past 6 weeks. But we'll see how that turns out. Right, I need to put some music on that won't get me kicked in the tits. Well, this one is fine. Bit of Total Recall. Back at the last resort. Right, I don't know how this is going to work. I'm going to use a big brush for this. You might get to see me destroy this canvas later, if you're lucky. In that kind of mood at the moment. Have you? Oh, sounds good. Look forward to seeing those. Okay, yeah, cheers. I've done about, I think, seven or eight new ones, and they're all kind of science fiction related. What I'm thinking of doing, incidentally, is I'm thinking of narrating some of my short stories, the science fiction ones, and then I'm going to use these paintings to knock off really naff looking, like, you know, 70s style book covers, and use those for the thumbnails. So that's the kind of idea, but I didn't do it for that reason. But yeah, I've got a few kicking around the place that might be interesting. Have you got any new videos going, Billy? I haven't really been looking around much this past week. Yeah, I've been all over the place. It hasn't helped that I've had 3 migraines now within a week. I've been okay for almost a week now. I had 3 migraines in a row, then 3 days of headaches. But I think it's the weather. The weather's turned, doesn't it? It's coming to autumn, so I always struggle a bit with that transition, unfortunately. So what we're going to do here is a simple glaze. Let's see what happens. I bet I'm going to ruin it now. Oh, that's alright. Yeah, that's giving it a bit more of a kick up the arse. It needs an injection of vibrancy, this painting. Just made an orange from, what is it? Lemon yellow and cad red, maybe? Something like that. Glazing is something I've only recently incorporated into my repertoire of techniques, but it's a really handy way of just overlaying colour. You absolute tip. So that green I put there, I put that on almost 2 weeks ago and it's still bloody wet. Bastard. Anyway, we've got an orange one there now. Let's orangify the rest of it. Might have to do something with that because I've already shagged that. I've recently reread all of Dark Matter since your last live stream. The weather does give me mild headaches. I think it's the pressure. It's definitely pressure related. I bought a barometer for that reason to know when I'm going to be going up and down. It affects my mood as well. Absolute shambles. I've got an art book video coming out later today and a retrospective of Lords of the Realm 1 next week. I'm assuming that's a game. Sounds familiar, but I haven't encountered it. Yeah, I'm glad you're still doing them, Billy. How are you doing on the subscriber front? Have you got many more? The last time I looked, you had, what was it, 7 or something? Or am I wrong there? I'm not sure. It's a really slow. For some people, it seems to be really easy. The subscribers just come, and then for others, it's really, really slow. But then it can kick. It's just so fucking random. But yeah, if I don't know how much you're into the subscriber thing, but don't worry about it. You'll get there because you've got some really good shit there. Yeah, I've completely fucked that, and I haven't got a green to match that now, so that's great. Anyway, right, let's orangify these ones. Yeah, I quite like that orange. Yeah, my partner said that the painting was looking too much like Christmas wrapping, and I thought, fucking hell, it does a bit. So yeah, let's get the orange out and see what happens. Yeah, it was on the Amiga 500, I believe. I never. Lords of the Realm. Vaguely familiar, but I definitely haven't played it. 8 subs, okay, good. Never expected to get too many with the art videos. It's quite niche. It is, but niche is quite good in a way, because the ones that really are into it will subscribe. Higher hopes for the retrospectives. Yeah, but don't worry though, it is it is a very slow process. It can, but it was for me. I mean, I've been doing this for what is it, 5 years now, and it was pretty slow going. Unfortunately, it's one of, other than really nice comments that you end up getting through doing these videos, it's one of the only metrics that you can go by as to how well you're doing, if you know what I mean. So if people aren't subscribing, you start thinking, oh fuck, I'm not doing, it's no good. But that's not the case. It's this bastard algorithm. That's what it is. Don't know if I like this now with the orange. I'm a capricious fucker sometimes. Like a weather vane in a gale. Goes all over the bloody place. Although this music's it's hitting me hard. Nice bit of Total Recall. Can't go wrong. Okay, lovely. The good thing about I've got to stop that. Yeah, the good thing about glazes is that the tonal variations are determined by the underlaying, the layer beneath, so you can just go hell for leather with the old paint. Apologies, I need to put some music on. They ain't gonna give me problems. Always prepared, my loves, always prepared. Right, can't go wrong with a bit of Elder Scrolls. Let's do it there. But I want something peaceful, not warish. That'll do. I'd be happy with just getting to a point where a few like-minded people commented on the videos occasionally. Yeah, that's. I agree. Yeah, you'll definitely get there. I'll tell you what we should do one day, if you're up for it. We could do like a chat, or like a meet up on Zoom or something, and have a chat about it, and maybe it might be nice if might get some people from my channel coming over to you, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that follow my channel that would be interested in yours. Let me know if you fancy that, and it's up to you, old chum. I did something the other last week. There's this YouTube channel called Bookspin. It's called the chap that does it's called Robin. We've kind of conversed, well, via comments a number of times now, because he reviews a lot of science fiction as well. And he's got this project that he's working on where he's getting people to recommend short stories, science fiction ones, and that so we had did a bit on Zoom for that. He's asked 10 people to do it, I think. Obviously I recommended my own stories. I didn't really. But bless him, he was trying to publicize my book, but it just felt wrong. It felt dodgy. I said at one point, just have the book under your shirt, and then at a certain point just pull it out. But I think he's going to go for something a bit more subtle. But anyway, yeah, I don't care. But yeah, let me know if you fancy that one day, whenever you fancy it. But Don't worry if you don't. Right, dare I put it on here? Yeah, go on then. See, it's lightening the tone a bit too much for my liking. A lot of these paintings are kind of like, it's like practice for me, or discovering new stuff in a way. I never feel confident at the beginning of a painting, but I end up learning things, so that's something at least. Okay, we got bright orange there now. It goes quite nicely with the green. But is it enough? There's only so much you can polish a turd. I found that to my what do you call it? Detriment. Right, so that'll do, I think. It'll do, pig. I'm also going back to work on Thursday, which I'm not looking forward to. Friday, that is, sorry. I know I've had 6 weeks off, but it's never enough. Complete bastard, aren't I? Complaining about that. Do a tiny bit of a glaze over this shadow, but I don't think it needs it. This is where I start ruining it. Awful. What the hell am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, I'm knocking that bloody shadow back. Motherfucker. Yeah, sounds good. Cheers. I'm still figuring out what the channel is going to be, but I'm sure it'll fall into place as long as I stick at regular videos. Summer has gone by fast. It's gone by like a bastard. Yeah, cool. Yeah, just whenever you fancy it. I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to talk about what we would do, really, or talk about. I don't mind having less to upkeep in the garden, though. Ah, no, I bet. Yeah, that's yeah, it runs rampant, doesn't it? In the summer. I mean, I'd quite like a garden to be able to sit in, but I wouldn't want all the upkeep. Oh, fuck that. Damn it. I mean, it doesn't help that we didn't really have a summer to speak of, really, did we? It wasn't brilliant. Well, it was okay, but yeah, not as good as last year. But saying that, I don't even like the sun. I'm a cave dweller. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Let's do a little bit on the edge. Yeah, autumn is my favourite time of the year. That's where we're heading now. That's my absolute favourite. I've got my suit now ready for the wedding. For the for the first time in years, I didn't look like a degenerate. Yeah, I looked okay. My hair was still a mess, but there we are. I was gonna, I might have to have my hair altered for the wedding so I don't look too wizardy. So I was going to put a poll up as to what you think I should do for the what hairstyle I should go for. The basin haircut from Dumb and Dumber will be an option. Right, let's have a little look at this and think about it. It looks better on the screen than it does in person. When you look at it in person, you want to spit on it. The painting, that is. Yes. Yes, it's in October, 26th of October it's going to be. Apparently the coldest summer for some time, despite all the heat records. Ah, right. I thought it must be. Because normally especially the BBC, they can't wait to start telling you about all the records, the heat records. I just find it depressing to hear about. There we are. These are the times we're living through. Yeah, it's fast approaching, this wedding. So a couple of weeks ago now, we had to go to make it official. So we had to go to a government office and council office to announce the fact that we're getting married and to give other people the opportunity to report on us if there's any chance of bigamy. But no, there's no risk of that. However, there was a part of the interview, we actually interviewed individually and we had to answer some questions about our partner to make sure it was a kosher wedding and, all of that business. And I got two of them wrong. One of them being my partner's birthday, which I always get wrong because it's either one day or the other. Terrible. And the other thing was I couldn't remember when our wedding ceremony started, but I'm just hopeless with things like that. I just don't take things in. I'm thinking about orcs and elves and shit like that, important stuff. But we got through it. Though I didn't like the chap that was doing it. He was a bit of a... Do you find that people that go towards those positions of authority, if you can call it authority, they tend to be bastards? And there's something about him I didn't like. I think he might have been an orc. That's the problem. But I couldn't say it to his face because I would have had to have shown my hand, shown my wizard sleeve, and then all hell would break loose. So I decided to keep it quiet. But yeah, he was definitely an orc. And a bastard. Yeah, it's dark times. Yeah, I didn't like the way he was looking at me and with this smug grin on his face when I couldn't remember her birthday. I mean, I've got enough to remember. I mean, it's also, I don't like being scrutinised. And so, yeah, I felt uncomfortable anyway. So then my mind started going blank. And, I mean, I'm just terrible in those situations. I had to, when I had my taxi driving test. I've done 3 of those bloody things now, not because I keep failing them, but they've run out at different times, so I've had to do them again. And I get so nervous, it's crazy. And yet all I've done for the last 10 years is drive as a job, so it's something I can do. But as soon as you get some git sat next to you with a clipboard, I want to drive the fucker off a cliff. Yes, petty positions of power can attract some insufferable people. In fact, the most insufferable, because they're not able to attain any particular, actual positions of power. They have to do these lesser posts, and then they peacock around as though they've got your balls in their hands, which you have to a certain extent, because he could have shut the whole thing down, especially when I called him a cunt. I don't know where that would where you'd stand with something like that if you were to verbally abuse that chap, or that clerk, if you will. But yeah, we didn't like him. I mean, long gone are the days when you could just get a druid, and a druid would sort it all out for you without having to fuck around with cretins like that. And you probably still can get your hands on a druid, but I don't know any. I could never remember how to turn the lights on at the start of my driving test. Never a great start. Oh dear. How many? I don't know if you want to divulge this, but how many attempts did it take you to pass? I failed my main test. I failed 3 times and then passed on the 4th. But I also failed one of my the very first taxi test I ever took. I failed that because I had this right bastard of a inspector bloke. He looked like, well, it doesn't matter what he looks like really, but he did look like a prick. Kind of owlish and miserable looking. Like he would have as sooner impaled you on the gear stick than look at you. And an impossible scenario occurred whereby there was this junction and I couldn't see because someone was illegally parked on the corner of it, a great big van. I couldn't see a fucking thing. So I thought, well, what do I do? Just stay here? No. So I came out slowly and then some fucking car was coming. He said I should have inched out. I suppose you're right in a way, but you're still relying on the other person to, anyway, he was wrong. Yeah, it was my boss at the time wasn't amused. But anyway, those days are gone. Passed on the 5th. Okay, well don't worry about that. I almost wrote the car off on my first test. I don't work under pressure well at all. Right, we are cut from the same rug or the same piece of cloth. I just thought I was never going to pass. But it's a shame, isn't it, that nerves have to be part of the test. It's not fair because the moment you pass, the very next day you're driving on your own, you drive like an absolute gem. You don't make any mistakes because you haven't got some twat next to you. Hopefully you haven't. So I think it's very unfair. And yet you get some people that are really, really confident, but they're not that good at driving. In fact, they can be quite reckless, but they'll pass because they're confident. Those are the buggers that end up bloody killing people. But yeah, those ones that line the pockets of the DVLA, like me and you, we're fucked, aren't we? But we tend to be better drivers for it, I would say. Right, I don't know what to do now. Let's just sit and look at it for a bit. it's pissing me off again. It's really pissing me off. I prefer looking at it in the screen, actually. Do something very naughty now, I think. I'm going to get a bit of orange on this bugger, even though I don't like it. This painting might be getting a kick in later. It's one of those things that I spend so long. I haven't got a hope in hell of ever selling this painting. But I hate to think how many hours I've spent on it. And I know some people would say, but at least you've enjoyed the process. But I haven't. It's been hell. So then you start thinking, why the hell are you doing it in the first place? I can't answer that. It's a mystery. There's a kind of compulsion I have just to paint. I kind of need it. I need to do it. But if I have a bad painting day, I tell you, so it was about 2 weeks ago, that painting I had to take out and kick to death. I completely crashed after that. I went into, let's say, a slightly depressive state. I can laugh about it now because it's over, but at the time I felt really bad. Anyway, right, I've done that. Now I'm going to paint a great big dick. I'm not really, don't worry. I'm not really. I finished my gameplay of Alien Isolation today. The end of it is so bloody hard. It's absolute nails. Only just managed to do it. Winsor & Newton, Burnt Umber. Right. Keep that glaze there, you never know, you might need it. I keep looking at it, and one way it looks like the steps through a great pyramid with huge streams of fabric running down the side. Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah, I like your interpretation. I've been enjoying your Let's Play of that. Don't feel the need to play it myself now. I know that's the problem with, in a way, I'm surprised that game companies allow people to do that in a way, because it is in effect spoiling the game for people that would otherwise play it themselves. But I would say the experience of playing it yourself it's worth doing. There's something about it. It's really bloody scary. If you like being scared, that is. I use Winsor & Newton sable brushes. I was skeptic they would make painting easier until I tried them. Okay, yeah, I think it's important to have relatively good quality brushes. They last longer if you look after them, for one thing. But I found it really confusing when I first started to teach myself to paint. I just didn't know what bloody brushes to use. I started out using sable brushes just because it was similar to drawing. I had more control over it. But what was I going to say? But then I discovered filberts, and I've never looked back. Filberts for life, because you can get quite a bit of precision with them, but you can also be more expressive with it at times. You can do different shapes depending on how you press it, so to speak. Yeah, now look what I'm doing. I'm going completely bonkers. Yeah. That ain't working. Let's put it on thick. That's for, is that miniatures painting? Is that what you're using it for, or are you painting? I think I remember you saying you did miniatures, but I might have got that wrong. Yeah, I thought I might. I am butchering it. I am definitely butchering it. Shit me. Yeah, it's for miniatures. Rosemary & Co. Find it be good value as well. Okay. I mean, you can. I occasionally buy really cheap ones, but they are hit or miss. But like the ones I'm using now, these are cheapy ones. Bemagia. Got them out on Amazon. Just took a punt. I think it was 17 quid for. I think it's about 10 brushes, but they're pretty damn good. They've stayed good. Occasionally I get bristles falling out, which is the most annoying thing ever, but it's it hasn't happened too much. Oh fucking hell, what am I doing here? There you go, done. See, the problem is now I've got this tone and there's no, the other shade, the other shadow in the painting has glaze over the top, so it's a slightly different value now. I have these ideas and they always turn out shit. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing a painting of a space station after playing Alien Isolation. That's a plan I've got now. Nothing too, oh you bastard, nothing too much. Not too complicated, shall we say. Just a simple thing, which may or may not be in the shape of a penis. I noticed, Billy, if you're still there, you've done a video on the work of Boris Vallejo. I haven't seen that one yet, but I'm going to watch that because I've got a number of his books. I say a number. I think I've got 3. I think. Yeah, I really liked his work. When I was getting more interested in painting figures, yeah, he was so good. I know his wife paints as well. She's not as good as him, but she's still very good. So it makes me wonder. He's got like an approach that's teachable, I would say, perhaps. Their styles are very similar, but I don't think she's not as good as her husband, if they're still married, that is. Space Station would be interesting. Julie, that's right, have churned out the books over the years. I imagine they have. I mean, it's very commercially, it's very commercial, aren't they? Really, their work. A lot of tits and ass and bare flesh. I mean, I think Julie's good because she's incorporating. She paints more men, perhaps. I'm probably being sexist there, but I think I've got one of her books as well. There's a lot of heaving, muscular flesh of the male variety. But I know Boris has painted men as well, because weren't they both bodybuilders or interested in bodybuilding? I seem to remember. I'm probably wrong. I haven't looked at those books for years. Oh, they're still together. Good. Oh, their son paints as well. Is he doing the same kind of different style, but is it the same fantasy bodies and whatnot? They're both bodybuilders. Julie's a professional, I believe. Ah, right, yeah. I think there was a photograph of her in the book I've got. Yeah, she was ripped. Yeah, so they have a particular interest in anatomy from the perspective of bodybuilding. Sculptural, really. He does portraits, right, okay. I'll have to look him up. See, the last time I engaged with their work properly was years ago, more than 10 years ago. So the son may not have... he probably wasn't old enough to be painting then, perhaps. I don't know. What the devil's going on with this now? It's completely fucked, hasn't it? Nothing fantasy that I've seen. Okay. Oh, portraiture's it's the hardest. Bloody, very hard. Do you know if Boris is he still working? Oh, you fuck, look at that. It doesn't help when I'm trying to do it with one hand. I could do with a mole, is it a mole stick? I've never got one of those. Yeah, he still paints. Original works pop up for sale on their website occasionally. Okay. Pricey, I imagine. I would love to own an original. Kit Williams, that's what I want. I want a Kit Williams, but they are... Not only are they incredibly expensive, but they're very... You've kind of got to be a friend of theirs to even be in the to be even considered for a painting, to buy it. Look at that, brilliant. kiddo. Just not. There's something just not on the wall lately. It doesn't help that I'm vaping at the same time, I suppose. Let's try and put the glaze directly over that. That's a no-no, but I'm going to do it just because I can. It's kind of lightening the edge. Okay. Awful. Boris must be well connected because he's managed to get himself and Julie into some compilation art books despite their work being so similar. No respect to Julie. No. I mean, I bought her books. I liked what she was doing, but at the same time, she wasn't really improving or doing anything different to her husband, really. All the same. But yeah, there's a lot of that in the art world, isn't it? It's who you know, really. That plays a big part. It's just all wrong. Everything about this painting is wrong. I don't know. You might get to see me smash the shit out of this in a minute. I'll tell you another thing that happened a bit of bad luck in a way. I sold a big box of Dennis Wheatley books. There were too many. I've kept the ones I wanted to keep, but there were 37 that I didn't want. So I sold them on eBay for the bargain price of 35 quid, which included postage and packaging. And considering it weighed like 10 kilograms, I thought that was a bloody good deal. So some bloke won the bid, and the parcel got lost in the post. And then Yodel, it was through Yodel. So then I had to go through to get my money back. And they asked this random question. They said, "Your listing was it's called vintage whatever horror. How old are the books?" They wanted to know when they were published, and I thought, what the hell do you need to know that? I didn't know. I can remember. So I said, 1960s, 1970s, something like that. I didn't know. I just made it up. And they said, well, if they're over 50 years old, you can't get any money back because they're considered antiques. I was like, what? But as luck would have it, I did take one photograph of one of the copyright pages, which happened to be 1975, 1 year over. And I sent that, and they replied, are the other 36 books from the same year? I said, to the best of my knowledge, yes, they are. So now I'm going to get my money. Hello there, Matthew. Hello there. Matthew's back. Are you being naughty at work again? By naughty, I mean watching this when you shouldn't be. I haven't been on for a little while. I've been hibernating. You're just in time to watch me kick the shit out of this painting. Because I don't know what's going on here. That blue does not go with any of that. What should I do? What should I do? Don't go there. I ran an e-commerce business. Good that you're getting your money back. Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure you're no stranger to those kind of scenarios. I've had multiple things disappear in the post now. Paintings as well. I don't know how many paintings I've lost now. I mean, I don't know how these things get lost. And I don't know who would want to nick one of my paintings. They're not worth nicking. Oh, cheers, Billy. Oh, you like? I'm glad you like it at least. I think the blue is an improvement. Okay. Matthew's working really hard. Right, that's it. I need to get in touch with your boss. This is disgraceful. I know what you mean, Billy. It does need something. It needed something to offset the sameness of the other colours. Maybe I'll leave it. Maybe I'll leave it as it is. How about that? Could do with a bit of reflection on that side, though. Let's put the vape down. I tell you, I really hate being addicted to nicotine. It's a pain in the ass. Only got myself to blame, obviously, but 9 times out of 10, I'll find the vape in my hand, and I don't even know how it's got there. So my hand picks it up. There's a part of my brain that's just keeps wanting more and more nicotine. It's a hellish thing. But at the same time, our government's ideas about bloody banning tobacco and all that, I don't agree with that. Let people do what they want, that's what I say, but at the same time, yeah, it's not. It would be good to prevent other people getting addicted to nicotine, I suppose, but let people choose, for Christ's sake. It'll only create a black market if they do ban it. And I'll be providing it, alright? If you need anything. It is unusual for parcels to go missing in my experience. Okay, less than 1 in 500 of mine go missing. Oh, that's pretty good. I use Royal Mail predominantly. You want the parcel in transit for the shortest time possible. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem I found. So the things I've had missing, that's Yodel and what was once called Hermes and then was called Every. Yeah, they lost 2 of my things, but then Royal Mail lost 1 of my paintings, but that was going over to America, so that may have been on their side, I don't know. But yeah, I think I've probably just been unlucky. Maybe it's the way I package the paintings. It looks like it could be something interesting inside. Gold bullion or something. Okay, the 48-hour, 24-hour service. I tend to go for the other carriers just because they're a lot cheaper, and because the margins on my, because I don't make much anyway on the paintings. I save a bit on the shipping, but obviously it's false economy if the buggers never get their paintings. I don't usually call my customers buggers, but you know what I mean. My Royal Mail. I should use Royal Mail. I used to work for Royal Mail. But jumping through the hoops. Excuse me. But jumping through the hoops required for refunds is often not worth the hassle with Royal Mail. No, I bet. It's bad enough with the other ones. You've got to solve various puzzles. It's a side quest that bears very little treasure at the end of it. That'll do. I think since you're selling art, if someone sees something they like enough to buy it, they'll pay for the shipping. Yeah, I agree. The problem is I sell my art on eBay. So people want bargains. So I have this option on there so that you can make an offer on a painting. And the number of people, I mean, a lot of people just pay what it is, but a lot of people want it cheaper. They want a deal. So I'm kind of stuck with that mentality, and so I'm pandering to them in a way. Look, you get your postage free. That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know where else to sell though, because I used to use Etsy, but I can't stand Etsy. They changed their algorithm. I used to sell paintings through there. People would see them, but then they changed something. I think they're prioritizing people that were paying extra to be at the top of the page and that kind of crap. And also companies, they would give them priority over listings. So I was paying for the listing fees and no one was ever even seeing the bloody things, let alone buying them. So I knocked that on the head. There's probably other ones you could use, but... And of course, now you're up against people doing AI art, just printing it on canvas and shit like that. So these days I'm just happy to do a painting and then I just like painting, really. Relatively speaking, I like it. Don't always enjoy it. Sorry, I've already, yes. I can give you some advice regarding Etsy if you ever want it. I sell close to 1,000 items a month. 1,000? Wow! I think I need some tips, but wow, that's amazing. Right, I think I need help, Billy. Sell my paintings for me. I guess I was doing something wrong. It's the same old thing though. I don't. The selling part of this never interests me, so I do the bare minimum and then just get back to doing what I want to do. But you end up shafting yourself. Look at that. Does that mean do you have like a big... You have to have space for the stock that you're shifting around? Or is it small stuff? That's another thing. I barely have enough room for all my paintings. it's quite small, and I make some of it from scratch myself. I managed to work from a single room. Wow! Oh, that's great. Is that your sole occupation then? Is it that's what you do, or is this a sideline? Living the dream, mate. If that's what you're doing. I'd just love to just stay home and never have to go outside and see anyone at all. That's my dream. So what I'll do is I'll lighten this blue here just so that it has a light source on that side. Which brush was it? Yeah, I've been running it full time since around 2015. You're right, Etsy has changed a lot. Okay. Oh, that's wonderful. Well done, mate. That's brilliant. I just don't have the, what do you call it? I'm just no good at making money. I never have been. Right, now I'm going to fuck it up. Get ready. Yeah, Etsy, the thing I liked about it was that because obviously there is a stigma attached to eBay in that it is a kind of, it's a car boot sale in effect, isn't it? So it's not the best platform to be selling art on, really. But the one good thing about it, until recently anyway, was that I was getting a lot of eyeballs on my work. So I'd be getting multiple people would be seeing the work, whereas on Etsy I was lucky to get like a few views a month, and I thought I'm actually paying for that listing, and you're not even driving people to look at it. In fact, they want you to do that work, don't they? They want to have Etsy as your kind of website in effect. So you've got to drive people to it. It's fair enough, really, but see what I'm doing here becomes very messy. Wet on wet and a fucking nightmare. Making money isn't easy. No, I agree with you there. You're right. And making money is very different from wanting money. Yes, yeah, because I want money. I just can't make it. I mean, it's one of those things. Personally, this is my own perspective here. I don't need much. You know, I'm not interested in getting expensive cars or going on holidays and all that. I don't care about it. I just want to have enough to live, but doing what I want to do. But that's the thing I struggle with. think you'd be surprised how many people would come across items on Etsy and eBay and have never used those sites before. Okay, a lot of my customers are checking out as guests. Well, oh, okay, right. Well, that's interesting. I need to rethink this then, Billy. Yeah. Well, I've kept my account open, so I could pop back into it. Yeah. I mean, one thing I would say is I definitely sold more paintings internationally. I was selling to people in Europe and America more. eBay, it tends to only be UK people that will buy the art. Look at this mess. Not very good at this wet on wet crap. Right. Right, so I need to give it another go then, do you think, Billy? I think I probably do. But saying that, it's like, I think what you're doing, or what it sounds like you're doing, sounds, you know, it's a scalable thing, yeah? Whereas mine is, it takes a long time to make them, and then it means I've got to sell the unit price quite high to justify the time taken to do it. So it's not something I could scale and potentially live off eventually. And you know, those artists that are able to you know, inflate the price of their paintings, I'm not ever going to be in that bracket, I don't think. It's not really as commercially viable, or it's not commercially commercial. But I follow some artists on Instagram, and they're very good at publicizing themselves. I'm not very good at that either. So yeah, I'm doomed. That'll do. Yeah, some people are apprehensive about selling abroad, but there's no reason not to. It doesn't matter how expensive the postage is. Some people will pay it. Yeah, I agree. I've encountered that before. Yeah, I'm going to have to think about that. I looked for your paintings on eBay. They're not visible in the US unless you go to the UK eBay site, which most folks in the US won't be using. This is another problem I've had, but thank you for reminding me, Matthew. So I had, it was a chap that bought some of my paintings on Etsy, and he was an American chap. He really liked my stuff. He bought a number of them. And then, cause when I left Etsy, I left a message on my page saying, I've had enough of this, I'm going to eBay, follow me there. And he found me, but he said the same, he can't see my stuff unless he goes. So you are cutting out a big market by using eBay. That's very poor, isn't it, that they don't display the listings on your page in America. And one would presume other countries around the world as well. To be honest, I find eBay a very outdated site to use. It's way behind the others. They're just relying on perhaps old gits like me continuing to use it, but the interface is awful. It's like they're running the bastard on Windows 2000 or something. It's really shoddy. Yeah. Okay, I'll get back on the Etsy then, maybe. 50% of my orders are going to the US. Right, okay. You haven't cornered the market on paintings of penises, have you? That's the next thing. That was my next big plan. Right, I need to do something about this, don't I? Yeah, I'll try. I might, yeah, you might need to help me with some magic or something. Just trying to get a bit of three-dimensionality in here. But I've applied the paint too thickly. I end up using far too many brushes and I've got to bloody clean them all after. Have you noticed I complain a lot? Don't know the half of it, I'm terrible. That ain't gonna work. My knobs and knockers Etsy site is going gangbusters. Damn it, I knew it. I knew I was missing a trick. Send me a link. I wouldn't mind buying one of them. The market is ready. I mean, if anything, I definitely primed a certain number of my YouTube followers in the ways of the penis, or the ways of incorporating penises into art or books. So yeah, I'm missing a trick here. Certain angles I can't do because of my wrist, and if I push it, the joint crunches and then I'm in a world of pain. But I more or less know what movements I can do now. There must be a way to post on the international non-UK eBay site. I've bought on eBay from the UK before. Okay, yeah. I tell you what it could be. It could be that because I don't pay for a business account, maybe. I think that's one of the things they might lock out to just private users. But the trouble is with that is that there's a weekly fee to pay, monthly fee to pay. And because I don't sell much, I would end up losing out, I think. Maybe. But who knows? My ideas about business are largely imaginary. Or, yeah, wrong. Just plain wrong. But yeah, that is a big market that they're missing out on, really. That was another thing with Etsy. They started prioritizing listings that offered free postage. So that was a pain. So then I would have to incorporate the fee into the price generally, which meant making it appear unattractive to the international market relative to their domestic, you know, I was trying to produce affordable art, but it didn't look affordable once I had added what would be quite a considerable postage fee on top. Good grief, it costs money to sneeze these days. It seems that way. Yeah, they now let you set different prices for different countries. Oh, okay. I'm glad they fixed that. That was the tipping point for me leaving. That was the last straw, so to speak. Because it just seemed a fucking nightmare. Because it looked like I was giving better offers to American buyers than I was to domestic ones, or something like that. It was fucked anyway. Right, I'm definitely going to dip back in then. I might try it with just a select few paintings. Another thing that I'm you bastard. Another thing that I'm planning is a new painting that's shall we say, well, it's erotic but slightly more graphic than I would normally do, and that is a a desperate attempt to try and sell a painting. So watch this space. The only problem is, I mean, I've done the drawing for it, it's all ready to go, but I don't think I'd be able to show it. I wouldn't be able to show it on YouTube, for example. Yeah. That's an interesting topic for conversation, I would say. Perhaps not around the dinner table, but I mean the difference between erotic and pornographic, shall we say. Because I've seen a good deal of art within the fine art world that is unquestionably pornographic, but it's not considered pornography because it's framed within that world, I suppose. But if you've got the stomach for it, if you plumb the depths of eBay, you will see some quite bizarre stuff. And there's no other way of describing it other than pornographic. But you may understand where I'm going with this. It sells. So yeah, but it would mean the full debasement of my craft for monetary gain, and again isn't something that is scalable or something I'd want to do permanently. Because it's, I don't know, there is something soul destroying about painting certain things. I won't go too heavily into it. I mean, it's tasteful. I'm not, the thing that I've drawn will be nice, but if you had it on your wall and your elderly relatives came to visit, it would give them seizures. So it's not it's not harmless, shall we say. Not completely harmless. Okay, I've done a half-assed attempt at some kind of lighting on that. It's not brilliant. The Etsy do drive me mad sometimes, but that's the devil I've done my deal with, I guess. In too deep now. Yeah, you certainly are, but yeah, it makes you really, you've got to work with it, haven't you? It's become your main avenue now. Etsy have a seller protection program now, so if you send an item tracked and it goes missing, or the customer opens a case saying not delivered, Etsy refund you. Bloody hell. I mean, I got to the point where I had Etsy on a level pegging with Satan. So it's good that they've mended their ways somewhat. Or perhaps I had the wrong idea about them all along, but I definitely harboured quite a hatred of them at one point. Bloody music stopped. That'll do. I'm not fucking around with that too much longer. Right, last thing to do is clean it up a bit. I need some water. Yep, needs cleaning. Right, if either of you fancy me putting on a particular song, let me know and I'll put it on. I need to get some water. Until you give me a suggestion, I will put on something else. Let's see what we got here. This will probably get me nobbled, won't it? But fuck it. I like this one, if it works. It stopped working, brilliant. Delicious. Okay. Questmaster, Cathedral of Glistening Hope. Quite chill, right. Spotify appears to be resisting me at the moment, but we'll see if it's there. Oh, there it is. Ooh. Is that an album or is that a song? I'll just pop the song on of the same name. It's not letting me play. Is it because I'm streaming and it knows that I'm doing that? It's possible. I'll put it on YouTube. Cool. Apologies. Hello? Hello? Cheerio. Fucking bloody call centre bastards. I hate it when they ask how you are at the beginning. That's okay. This is the kind of thing you meant, isn't it? This is Questmaster. Anyway, I'll pop you an email regarding Etsy if you're interested. Can't promise it'll make your fortune, but it might be of help if you decide to get back on it. Well, yeah, well, that would be lovely if you did, Billy. I mean, it would be great actually if you could, but don't go out of your way. I mean, you're a busy man. But yeah, I probably do need some help. Yeah, that would be lovely if you can. But yeah, honestly, don't worry if you don't have the time. Uncle Jimmy needs all the help he can get. Just think of me as one of your elderly relatives. Ah, this is it. Right, good. There's another one that's similar to this that I listen to, synth-based dungeon crawling kind of music. Yeah, it's good background stuff. Oh, Kapustin Opus 53 number 11, right? I'll bang that on in a minute. Have you played have you requested that music before, that composer? Sounds familiar. That'll do. Okay, well that's that. Got a different kind of ribbon there now. I agree with you. It does look like ribbons falling across a slatted surface. Well, yeah, as you say, perhaps a pyramid. Maybe this way it would look more like that, like the edge of a pyramid. I don't know. See, now the mischievous part of my ways makes me want to pick out every other slat and orangify it. I don't know when to stop sometimes, that's the problem. Also, it might be nice if one of these ribbons is blue. What do you think? Ah, Kapustin. Is it Kapustin? Am I pronouncing it correctly? Right, I'll put that on in a second. Right, watch me butcher this. I'm gonna do what I thought of doing. Or will I? I don't know. No, it's not. Right. Pick a ribbon and I'll make it bright blue. Right. Kapustin Opus 53 number 11. I'll play more of this later. Okay, thank you. 11. This song that's on now reminds me of Turrican music. Definitely. Right, here we go, Matthew.
Welcome back to
Fuck off. Not you, the advert. I'm just, I absolutely hate adverts. There we go. Here we go. Gonna make that one blue. Could cause problems. I don't know classical music. I listen to it a lot, but I don't remember who they are and all that. But this reminds me of Gershwin in a way. Or am I off piste? George Gershwin. I bloody love that. That was it's like is it jazz? I mean it's
Laptop rage.
up yours. Sounds jazzy to me. Yeah, jazzy, bluesy. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there is a link there with Gershwin. I want to play a bit more of that, if you don't mind. I don't know why Spotify stopped working. See, it's finding. It's just not letting me play it. Yeah, bastard. Let's try a bit more. Have you got another one you'd like on? I just need to refill my pipe. I won't be long. Whew. Okay, yeah, I'll just put something random on then from him. My sister's going to be here soon. We're going to be doing some gaming, potentially. Might be karaoke though. Who knows? Okay. Sonata number 2 is very cheerful. Right, okay. Which one's this? Oh, this is number 3. This is quite bouncy. I'm picking up some of the green underneath now. The immortal green that never dries. Oh, can you recommend some good Amiga games to check out? Well, yeah, give me a little moment to think about it. Oh, is this Kapustin himself playing? He was an amazing pianist. I don't know. No. Someone else. Pavel Ovchinnikov. Apologies. Became popular in the West largely due to YouTube. A generation of young folks discovered him and fell in love. Well, yeah, I think I've been struck down by the love myself. It's great to discover someone new. Yeah, Billy, I'll give that a off the top of my head. No, I mean nothing that you've probably not already heard of. Let's put it that way. I mean, what kind of genre of games are you thinking of playing? Oh, we need something a bit lighter for this bit. Yeah, give me a genre and I'll have a think about it. RPGs or platformers, right? Okay. So RPG wise, I think I said on your channel about Eye of Beholder. You've heard of that one. Yeah, there's Black Crypt. That was a later dungeon crawler. Really nice graphics, actually. Really nice. Better than Eye of Beholder, I would say. So Black Crypt had a nice illustration on the box as well. Blood Witch, that's a really old dungeon crawler I used to play, but it's graphically moribund, but really good. Quite inventive for its time. And you know Nightmare, the children's TV show we used to have in the UK. They did a game based on it, and it was a dungeon crawler. It's really hard, but graphically really quite nice actually. It's got a nice atmosphere, quite an eerie atmosphere about it. And very bizarre. I mean, it's got nothing whatsoever to do with the TV show. Nothing at all. Although the Dungeon Master himself has been digitized, or portrayed at least, so you do see him occasionally. But it's nothing like the TV show. But interesting. I used to play it quite a bit just because it was quite a challenge. What else? I mean, a game my brother used to play a lot was called Saber Team, and it's a kind of playing a special forces SAS kind of team, and you've got to go in and extract hostages or take out terrorists, that kind of thing. But it is a turn-based thing, and it's really involved. Like to the point that you're choosing your specific weapons and the caliber, the ammunition, and all kinds of stuff. Very involved, but a ball ache. I mean, my brother used to play that. He was really young when he played it, but he was obsessed with guns at the time. So yeah, he was well into that. I think he completed the game, but it's very slow to play. But that's an interesting one. I don't think many people have heard of it, potentially. Platformers. Have you ever heard of the game Carver? That's a platform game that you control a car. Where you've got to kind of paint or turn on or collect these dots or something on each level. I used to love that game. It's got nice memories from that time playing it. I also used to like playing the Addams Family, the game. That was quite a fun platformer, but again very challenging. And it was on all the platforms. It was on the Mega Drive, Nintendo, everything. But the Amiga one's quite good, and it's got quite nice music. Oh, hello, Zolt. Hello there. Oh, thank you for the nice words. It's getting a bit better. It was awful. Well, I thought it was awful earlier, but then not heard of that, but it looks interesting. Okay. Oh, bloody doorbell's gone. Oh, that could be my sister. Bear with me. Yes, my sister. Okay, mate. Can you say what it is here, and I could just do it, because it might be easier than switching over to the other thing. But if not, let me know and I'll go and look for it. Bollocks in this. Don't pick. Do you want a cup of tea, Maria? Okay. I'll do. What kind of juice?
Yeah, orange.
Fuck that.
Oh.
I thought you meant vape juice. Nah, I'm alright, thanks. I could take or leave that, to be honest.
Oh, I bloody love it. Ooh. I want a nice thin glass.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Bit of jazz going on.
Damn right, mate.
Fantastic. Are you trying to summon Tugger?
It's beginning.
Gotta press it.
Right, it's time to fuck this up.
This is where your life
Lazy.
gets ruined.
Who's this twat?
Hello!
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
that's
just
cool.
yeah, it's just the background. I'm going to do a space station.
Do you know, I thought it looked space-like, like that you're going into a planet,
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's kind of what I was going for, actually.
like Jupiter. or
Yeah, a gas giant.
something.
Yeah, I've done quite a few. They're all over the place. Oh, that's grandma's.
Oh yeah. Or the one that Grandad had.
Hmm,
Classic. Oh, I like
naughty
that.
one. It looks better on the screen than it does here.
Oh, I don't
I
know.
don't know whether to make these individual. Let's try it.
Oh, it's quite 3D, isn't it?
Hmm. Yeah, I'm fucking it up as we speak.
Unusual colours.
Yeah, very unusual.
Mm.
I wouldn't normally choose these.
Green and orange. Ooh.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine, yeah.
Hmm.
Just have team meeting, innit? Boring!
Get out.
2-hour bad boy.
Hmm.
So it didn't take as long because it's Crowder.
Yeah, I thought you were a bit early.
Because I went co-op as well.
Oh right, bloody hell. What do you want to do then? Do you want to do gaming or what? Or karaoke?
I ain't doing no karaoke. No. Oh, gaming, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm regretting doing this. I'm doing like an overlay. I don't know if it works. Hmm.
How long have you been
Chamon.
doing this one for?
Yeah, you can't.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh, God.
Apologies. Yeah, I put my fucking finger on it.
Finger blasted it.
Finger blasted it. You don't want to do that. I don't know. A couple of hours maybe. I don't know. This apparently is quite a toxic colour, so don't eat it.
Christ, is it?
Apparently, yeah. There.
What's that?
I don't know. Some pigments are toxic apparently.
It's like breathing it in.
Yeah. Vincent van Gogh used to eat oil paint.
Is that why you
True story.
went a bit mental and
He was already.
Is that why
Is this Papa's playlist? That was from Adele.
Sorry. Oh my god, I said the same thing! Well, I said that you were summoning him.
And David Dunn.
Who's that?
Oh. Yeah, we're trying to. Well, it's tricky to describe what Adele's referencing there in terms of Papa, but without it sounding terrible. Better not talk about it.
You're just cracking him up.
Yeah, we're just limbering him up.
Have you got breadsticks?
I know, but
Oh, I didn't think I could afford that.
got a rolling pin.
Oh dear. Might need rope for that one. I've only just noticed you've got an attic thing there.
Yeah,
Ah,
it is fuck all up there.
I've never noticed that.
It's a very small space.
Oh, well, you've been up there.
Well, I've tried to shove stuff up there to get rid of it, but it's by the wrong room.
Oh, so you can get up there and...
Yeah, you can push it open, but it's a tiny little space.
Farm it.
How's it going, Adele and David?
David Dunn.
Yeah, I've started, so I've got to do it now. I love making a rod for my own back. Don't know when to stop. That's the trouble. Yeah.
That trumpet's giving me Elmo.
Maria's not feeling the jazz. Fucking love a bit of jazz. Exalt has sent me something.
Yeah.
This one is doing my nuts. But I've been enjoying it.
I don't mind jazz if it's
Oh, I
not
think-
moribund like this one.
Maria is not amused.
Wix gives you the power.
Fucking you. Here we go. Okay, this is Zolt's choice. Bit of game music.
Ooh.
Can't go wrong with Zolt. It's, yeah. Safety. Yeah. Get your Amiga tits out. I just got back from work, so I'll have a quick cuppa and head up to you. Won't be too schlong. That's Adele. So Adele's joining the party. I'm less fond of Kapustin's big band stuff. Yeah, I noticed it had gone a bit big bandy, but yeah, I do. So the jazz trumpet, or trumpet in jazz, sometimes I like it, sometimes it does my nut, but that's a different one. But yeah, big band stuff I can take or leave as well. It depends.
Pokemon.
Get out.
Well, they've changed the thing. It's Halloween now.
Oh yeah. Oh, I really want to play it now.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we've changed the theme with the season now.
Ah. That's great.
None left.
Yeah, I won't be too much longer, Maria. I'm just,
Oh no, it's fine.
just doing the finishing touches.
Bought some crisps in red.
Oh, lovely.
Because,
Actually, I've got 3 bottles of ale to drink there.
Ooh. I was looking at this one. I really like the shape of the bottle.
Yeah, it's old fashioned, isn't it? It's quite an old fashioned.
Ooh, damson and blackcurrant.
Ooh, see?
I'll stick to my bloody orange juice, babes.
Ah, yes.
Savage.
Maria is with child.
I've got an alien in me.
How big is it at the moment?
Oh, it's this week it's an avocado.
Oh. Fuck you know.
Yeah, it's quite getting big.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Do a little bobbin.
Yeah. Babies.
Baby.
Let's end it with a bit of Gregorian chant.
Oh yeah. Oh, like that. That's better. That's what I was
We
waiting
need our tits called right the way down. Because Maria's with child, we've got to be careful.
They can hear things now. Well, they
Really?
can hear outside things. It's muffled, but they can hear my voice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Do you think the little baby or the little avocado heard the jazz trumpet?
Yeah, what right?
Mother doesn't approve.
Doesn't do trumpet.
Right, we're almost done. Just got to do these little bits.
Who's on there?
Got 7 mysterious fellows, but we've got so we had Billy earlier, who's an absolute gem of a chap. Doesn't live too far away either, apparently, in the neighbourhood in Devon. And we got Matthew. I think he's from Missouri. He's working, but he's sticking his finger up at his boss behind his back and watching this instead.
Yes, what a legend.
Absolute diamond. And maybe some mysterious people. And we've also got Adele and perhaps mysterious David. Oh,
David Dunn.
all good here. Sorry, I missed this, David. All good here. You both okay? Yeah, splendid. Looking forward to Saturday. Indeed. Oh yes, I haven't talked about that.
Oh yeah.
This Saturday is Stag. Stag and hen do. A combined stag and hen do. And we are going to a retro arcade place. And then we're going to get hammered.
And get our tits out.
Yeah, Maria's getting her tits out. But yeah, the theme is loosely medieval, so no one has to, but I'm going to be dressed up as a monk, obviously, or a wizard, a brown robed wizard, obviously. But it's optional. Are you coming dressed as anything, Maria?
Oh, fairy, innit?
Of course, yes,
well,
lovely.
elf/fairy. So I've got. The only thing is, my fairy dress is in the storage unit, so I can't get it because it's packed away. So I'm gonna wear something different, but it's still quite. It's got birds and things on it.
Oh, good.
But I got the cloak. It arrived today, so I got it in my bag. Should I bring it out?
Whoa! Yeah, go on then.
I haven't looked at it yet.
Do
but
it.
It looks really cool. The material looks nice. Yeah, it looks like dark green velvet.
Oh yeah, well, that's nice.
It's darker than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, nice.
Let's have a
It definitely looks medieval.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Christian. Christian's on. Hello. How's it going, old chum? Yeah, just doing a spot of painting. It's not. I'm not that happy with it, but I'm just trying to push through it. You up to much, Christian? Maria's doing a reverse strip tease, putting clothes on.
Oh, it's quite long.
Oh, nice. It's going to go well with my robes.
This is like what they use on the trailers.
Hmm.
Oh, it's got a herd.
Nice. Oh yeah. Brilliant.
Oh my god. It's
Can't wait. Did you know it had a hood?
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, we've got if anyone missed me saying, we've got stag and hen thing this weekend, because getting married in October, so we're going to be out on the town. No strippers, just jolly good time. Is it generating static?
Yeah.
Well, that's good, because you can throw lightning bolts around.
Also, I might have to take it in a bit because it's dragging on the floor. Oops.
How is it? Mine drags on the floor. Because I wear my robe so much, it's actually quite filthy. But it adds to the magic of
That's
it.
all part of it.
It looks lived in, because it literally has been lived in. Oh, right, that'll do. My wrist's giving me chips. Everything's good. I'm glad, Christian. Painting is looking good. Oh, thank you. I've kind of saved it in a way. It was looking shambolic at the beginning, but Billy was on early. He helped me out. He liked the blue, so I've gone with some blue bits, and I think it's made it look a bit better. What's a stack and hen? Like a bachelorette party. That's right. Yeah. So yeah, we call it. So it's stag. So stags and hen. They're normally separate, but we're combining them just because it's more fun when you've got men and women together in a way, rather than just a bunch of blokes or a bunch of ladies. So yeah, that's the plan. Is the robe mouldy? It is not quite mouldy, but let's just say you wouldn't want to eat your dinner off it. But it's yeah, it's got various stains on it. I might add, not from bodily extrusions, but just general wear and tear in a robe way. Do you have? I imagine you have that same kind of tradition. Do you, Christian? Christian's over. Well, he's down in Argentina. There must be an equivalent. You just get absolutely nailed. I don't want to get completely fucked up though.
You say that now.
The trouble is, once the robe goes on, all bets are off. Right, I think that'll do, pig. Let's just do a little clean up here. I'll post some photographs, maybe. You might get to see me vomiting.
So you've got it, but is it for 11 and for 2 hours?
Yeah, 11 till 1. Then we can go for a meal somewhere, and then
That'd be nice.
the floodgates will be open. See how many pubs we can visit.
Oh, you're going to do pub crawl?
Probably,
Yeah.
I guess, but
Yeah.
see how it goes. I wonder if there's any. Can try and find like medieval pubs. I mean, there's some quite old ones, isn't there?
Oh, like the ship. That's quite old.
Yeah. That's very old. Yeah, that's. Oh, that's like. Is it 15th century? Something like that?
Something like that. Like Tudor.
Yeah.
Sort of doobie.
The White Hart. That's pretty
Oh,
old.
yeah.
That'll fucking do. I'm done, mate. Right. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't been to all the pubs in Exeter yet. Yet. Don't think so. I tend to just go to the same ones.
Yeah. Which ones? I'm gonna do a search. Let's do a search.
Search that bastard.
What's in?
That'll do. I'm done. I would say though that it looks far better on the screen than it does in person. This painting, it is mildly shambolic.
Oh, the old firehouse.
Oh yeah. See, we did it for this weekend so that there wouldn't be too many students around. Hopefully.
Yeah, because they'll come back next week.
That's what I'm scared about.
In their thousands.
Students traditionally do not like wizards.
And wizards don't like students.
Well, what was I going to say? Just going to clean it up a little
We
bit.
need to have old pubs. Specifically old.
Ideally haunted ones.
Ooh! Oh, I bet the ship's haunted.
I would have thought so, yeah.
Let's see. I mean, the older ones are probably a bit further out, aren't they?
Yeah.
No. Oh, the hourglass? That looks old.
Yeah. I've never been to that one.
I think Dell has.
Yeah, it's near the Port Royal, isn't it? Is it the Port Royal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's type in old pubs.
Yeah. I mean, the Imperial is pretty old as well, but it's...
Yeah, and it's cheap.
Yeah. Cheap is good.
Double box apparently, but that's
Double cocks?
way too far.
I'm not walking that far. Fuck you.
Oh, the fat pig. Never been there.
Oh, I've been in there. It's not a bad pub actually. It's alright.
You want something, you know, because the ship is proper old, isn't it? When you walk
Yeah.
in, kind of, it's got that smell about it.
Yeah, like someone's died in there.
Yeah. It's very wooden. It's got lots of wood.
It's got lots of wood.
in there.
Christian said that those sound like the Mellow Dawn pubs from my book.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well,
That's what we're aiming for.
yeah. In fact, I will be incorporating some of those pubs in the next book.
Oh, cool. What, like the ship?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
Yes, I have actually started writing the second instalment, but I have neglected it slightly. Yeah, there's a lot of pubs around, Christian. Have you ever been over to the UK? If you ever come to Exeter, let's get nailed. But yeah, there's some really nice pubs around, really nice old ones. Nice atmosphere. Only occasionally you get trouble. Well, no, it's not. It's pretty good, isn't it?
It's not like Plymouth.
No, we used to have some problems in Plymouth. I was at the bar once in this pub in Plymouth, and I was a little bit merry, but I was buying a drink, and then these two bouncers ran into the toilets behind me and pulled this bloke out who was kicking and screaming, and I had to hold on to the bar so that I wasn't swept away with them. It was quite fun.
Was that in the Skyvin Scholar?
Yeah.
Because didn't you get like trapped in the bathroom because you couldn't, or was that a different? Because there was a fight going on.
Yeah, it was right by the. Yeah,
Oh.
I might have been in there at the time.
Because there was always a fight in there.
Yeah, but I did like it. It didn't have the feel of a dodgy place. It was, but yeah, there was trouble there occasionally. I preferred the Skyvin Scholar to the Fresher.
I don't remember that. Was it Fresher?
Fresher and Professor, yeah, just down the road. It didn't have much atmosphere in there. You've got to have a bit of blood on the floor. Forget it. Right, that'll do. I'm done. Right. Painting done. Romeo done. Yeah, that'll just need to dry. But yeah, I'm sick of the sight of this bastard. Right. Right, there we are. I've just got to clean my brushes now. That's always fun. I tell you what, might crack out an ale. Right. If there's anyone still watching or listening, what ale do you want me to drink? I've got a banana bread beer, which tastes of banana. I've got a coffee stout or a plum porter. Let me know, and I will drink it, or start drinking it. Yeah, what kind of what games would you like to play, Maria? What era of games?
Well,
So,
what we played last.
Commodore Amiga. Oh, actually, I've got quite a good multiplayer game that me and Mark went halves on it.
Whoa.
Tits.
What Amiga you mean?
Oh, right. Christian's right in there. Banana bread beer. It's happening.
Whoa.
What did you say, Maria?
Oh yeah. What is it? An Amiga game?
No. On Steam.
Oh.
But it's like Poi Poi.
Ooh.
Tell you what, can you open that for me? Some crap. No, that's
sure.
secret.
Secret. It's not the full word. Go.
Cheers, wench. Thank you.
Alright, darling.
Cheers, darling. Okay, cheers everyone. If anyone's still there, cheers Christian. Cheers for choosing this one because it is a bloody lovely brew.
Is it quite banana-y?
Could you have a sip?
No, well, I'll just smell it. Yeah, I don't like banana.
I can sense your baby wants some beer.
Roast.
Good job I'm not a doctor, innit? Right, I'll just do a very simple clean. It's not going to take very long. And then we can start looking at games to play.
Oh, baby.
Oh, at least I got many to wipe. Get some tissue. Do you want anything to eat at all or anything? I'm thinking of the baby.
I'll have some Crispies in it, so I bought
Okay.
You've got loads of these little, these are cool.
I've only got 70 of them. In the bedroom, I've got 6 boxes of 10.
Oh my god.
So I've got 100 altogether,
Oh,
over
wow.
100 altogether.
Bloody hell.
Because I'm doing a
They're
project.
really cool. Oh, what, just, trying to get as many, do as many as you can?
No, I'm going to make a book. It's going to be a kind of puzzle book.
Oh,
And each page will have a different painting on it.
huh. That's cool. What, so you would take pictures of what you've drawn on there
Yeah.
to make it,
And so it will tell a story in a way. But I've got no plan as such. I'm just doing random paintings, and then eventually, hopefully, they'll be linked together in some way.
Oh, these are the ones you've done.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Particularly like this one. Is this a study piece?
Yeah. I found this photograph of you on my phone. No, well, it was just a study actually. You were quite right. I just painted it, just in one, and then
study.
fanny study. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a snail. I'm going to put a snail on it.
That's so bad. What, going in?
No, just cavorting.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I love that.
I'm going to call it Snail Fanny.
Oh, I love it. You should do a whole series. So do a tit and put like a slug on it.
Well,
Slug tit.
funnily enough, right, I want this. What is one of the things that inspired me? Call it inspired. Yeah, cheers, Christian. Yeah, I once saw it was a drawing. It was really nice actually. It was an erect penis with like a load of snails going up it.
Oh my god. Did one reach the top?
I don't remember. But it also is a reference to I went for a picnic once in a field and then got surrounded by slugs. And it references that. Yeah.
Snail penis.
Do you know the little painting I've done where there's a well? I've done a well and there's a naked young lady next to it. Well, that's going to link to that. So when you get nearer to her, you realise she's got a snail on her fanny.
That's amazing.
That's the concept.
What, just a little baby snail? Like a little
Yeah, just a little baby one. But with it won't be too small. But yeah, a smallish snail on a fanny. And I mean, this is going to be completely bonkers. This book. There's going to be all sorts
Oh, I
going on.
love that, mate.
Anyway, if any of you like reading books with with snails cavorting about body parts, then you're in luck. Yeah. Right, just be careful of these brushes. I've just dipped them in baby oil. Just to protect them.
I'm trying to imagine where the snail's going to be.
Well, guess. So it would be like spot the
I'm
ball.
gonna
Tell me where you think it's going to be. And I'll tell you whether you've won or not. You've got 3 chances. I know where I'm putting it.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
There.
No. Christian has said, I suppose it won't be a children's book. No. He was going to get it for his niece, apparently.
It could be though, because it could be. What do human genitals look like
They got to learn.
from a snail's perspective?
This is a niche that no one has plumbed yet. Yeah, it's... Can you pass through the painting? I want to show Christian.
Oh, yeah.
Right, will your niece be offended? Let's not talk about your niece, but... I mean, this is what we're dealing with here. There's going to be a snail somewhere on there.
I need to keep guessing where.
I've probably got banned now for showing that. It's art.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a photo.
But yeah, it's where you've got 2 more choices as to where the snail's going to be.
There.
No. Last choice.
Oh no!
Think in terms of composition. Where do you think it would look best? That's all I'm
How
going.
big is it going to be?
It's going to be a whopper. No, it relatively large. Relatively.
Like.
Like about that big. The shell.
Oh, okay. Oh hell. Oh, down here somewhere.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly where it's
It's going
going.
to be in the corner. I thought it was going to be like a little baby one.
No. I mean, we need to see the full snail. Tell you what, Maria, turn on the plug down there. No, the one further, the big plug in the wall, the one furthest away from you. Can you turn that on?
Ah!
Fucking hell! I thought you got electrocuted then.
Oh, sorry. I just heard it go.
Right, I'll do it. I don't
no,
want you to
okay.
get electrocuted.
What, just this? Can you feel it?
No.
Oh, there.
Yeah, look down there, Maria.
Ah!
Trying to keep my spiders.
Oh, there's a dead one.
Was it? It's because I did a spell.
Yeah, he's there. Looks a bit dead. Oh, you're going to put a spider coming out of the thing? Good idea.
I was thinking of doing that.
Just some legs, like.
Oh, cheers, Matthew. Sorry, I forgot to say cheers to you. Yeah, I'm starting to drink now. What time is it? Well, it's almost 4:30. That's fine.
Oh, that's alright.
Afternoon, anything goes. Do you like the way the light
No,
comes?
it's glowing.
Excuse me. I do like this ale, but previous bottles of it I've had have tasted more banana-y.
Oh.
But that's not a bad thing,
Oh,
because
that's weird.
banana, it can get on your tits sometimes, banana, as a flavour. So I'm just putting that camera in the way. I'm not trying to zoom in on you.
Zoom in on my tits. Seems there's a slug.
Yeah, so yeah, I've got various other ones to do, but I've only done what I think 16, but I'm going to do 100 of them. So
Yeah.
it's going to be quite a few to do. Do you want a more comfortable seat, Maria?
Oh no, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm
Yeah?
fine. Yeah, thank you.
Well, I'm going to get more comfortable in it in a minute anyway.
That's what I was bloke, one of the contractors at work, and he's making cider. So
Oh, yeah.
I said that, you know, my brother's making pea wine at the moment.
Yeah.
So what did you put? Because all he's done is apple juice that he's pressed in, you know, they've got an apple.
From apples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeast, and that's it.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, surely you need sugar in there to make it. Because you put sugar in yours, haven't you?
You don't have to. Yeah, but I'm making a wine, so you want to boost the alcohol. So you've got to artificially add sugar.
Okay.
But for cider, you'd be all right just with the
Just with
juice.
those two. No water?
Probably not. Although it sounds like it could be going down scrumpy ways.
Oh.
But it's probably fine though. But you just got to be careful because it could turn into quite a dry cider if does he know what he's doing?
No.
The thing is, he can just ferment it as is, and then once it's finished, if it tastes really dry, you can just add some sugar afterwards. Just got to make sure it doesn't re-ferment.
Oh, okay. Because when Dad used to make his cider, it was really lovely, wasn't it? Like sweet and fizzy.
Yeah.
Did he put sugar in
That was a different thing. That was non-alcoholic actually.
Really?
But he left it in a pressure barrel for about 6 months and it became alcoholic. And that's why
that's what happened.
Kirk drank 3 pints of it. It was wine.
Off his tits.
How was the pea wine? Well, I still haven't tasted it yet. It's brewing still. Well, it's finished the fermentation. I'll tell you what. If you bear with me, I'll go and bring it in. You can have a look at it. It's not cleared. It's still cloudy. But yeah, I haven't tasted it yet.
I'll try and make this into a pale ale.
Here it is.
Oh, it's gone a bit lighter.
Yeah, it's quite a nice colour. Fuck.
Oh yeah, that looks better.
There you go. Gallon of piss.
Look at the sediment at the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah, it has cleared a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, have a look at that.
Wow.
There you go. It's heavy.
When will that be ready?
You could drink it now.
Get on. Oh, baby.
But I won't. I need to transfer it into another demijohn.
Oh, yeah.
That's out my wrist. That other wrist. But yeah, it's. Then you transfer it to another. You just transfer that into another one, so it's not sitting on that crap at the bottom, and then it's ready to drink. But the longer you leave it, the better.
I wonder how alcohol-y it's going to be.
Yeah, I didn't take a hydrometer reading, but I'm thinking around. It won't be too high. Maybe 10%, 10, 11.
Oh,
Won't be
okay.
too high.
No.
I say that, but I'll get nailed on it. Matthew says it looks tasty. It went from P-E-A to P-E-E. Yeah. To be honest, it did. It started off life looking like quite a strong piss, but yeah, I think it will be all right. But when I was cooking it, it smelled rank.
I remember in the video, it smelled horrible.
Really terrible.
But then when you added the sugar, well, I suppose it's sugar, isn't it? But it tasted.
It's all right then. Yeah.
Could you taste the pea after you added the sugar?
Yeah. Yeah, because I made pea pod wine once, and that was really nice. It was really strong pea flavour. But yeah.
But then that Monge Toot stuff's different, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not as. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. But yeah, it might be fine. It might be okay.
Yeah.
I'll still drink it. I might bring it on
Pints of it.
Saturday. Could bring a bottle of it.
can
Yeah.
sell it to one of the pubs. Wizard's brew.
Do you want to buy my piss? It's got a kick on it. Right, I'll tell you what, I need to put that back up there. Yeah, not sure how much longer we'll have this going, because what do you want to do, Marie? Do you want to have a pause and then we'll do it a bit later, or what do you
Yeah,
think?
I suppose. Yeah, it could do.
Yeah, put a cap in its ass.
Get them wanting more.
Indeed. Okay. And then that can go back up there. Okay, my lads, I'm going to have to go now.
Be back soon though.
Yeah, we're going to be on later, doing a bit of gaming if anyone's interested. But
And
Up to
talking
you.
shite and
Yes.
trying to summon
summon demons.
parts
Yeah.
with the rolling pin.
Right. Okay, let's leave it there. Cheers, everyone, and maybe see some of you. See you later. Cheers, Matthew, Christian, Adele, and David, if you're still there. Billy, if you're still there. Zolt, if you're still there, and